Hello, everyone. I'm Kerry George with CIBN TV on YouTube. And of course, our website is thecibn.com. And I am here today to talk about the Global Evolution of Business Summit. I have a fabulous guest with me who's going to be one of the many awesome speakers at the Global Evolution of Business Summit, which is coming up right away. And it is a free event. Let me introduce to you today my guest. Eveline Gwynn is the Chief Operating Officer for Samick Freelance Writing. She helps small business owners, entrepreneurs, writers, thought leaders become known as experts in their field. And she speaks about how you can increase your visibility using things like LinkedIn and other social media tools. So here joining me, and she's one of my great friends and a sponsor of CIBN as well. Welcome back. Woohoo! So happy to have you here today, Eveline. Tell everybody who you are and what you serve.
Okay. Hi, Kerry, and thank you for that wonderful introduction. Virtual hugs to you and to the people who are listening. I help my people, small business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and experts in their field become known. So I help them to create content, drip campaigns, workshops, and projects. And what we're doing is we're doing strategic lead generation to help them become more visible.
That is awesome. And how did you get started doing this kind of thing?
Well, I got started back in 2005. I was working at the Northern Institute of Technology in their school, their International School of Business, and I was helping these people tell their stories and become more integrated into the Canadian lifestyle and Canadian culture. When I retired in 2017, I thought that I could probably do this on a larger scale. It's my favorite thing to do. So what I did was start my business, the freelance writing, and now with just a few tweaks to what I was doing for the School of Business, I help business leaders and experts tell their stories to become known and increase their engagement, and also to go ahead and inspire their followers to do more to improve our world.
That's fabulous. So where does your passion come from for this? Like what's your why?
Well, my why is that, I was raised with the idea that each person should leave the world a little bit better than they found it. And, Melanie Jane Juneau says, I can only trust that even oppressive darkness cannot snuff out the light from many small frames of truth. And so I feel that I'm doing my part by helping people get out there and tell their stories.
That's awesome. That's a great why.
Thank you
Okay,
so
so
much.
so tell me, like, you mean you've been at this for a while,
Hmm.
and I was just thinking, you've been around the business world for quite a while now too. I like to say, back when we got off the ark, shortly after that, we got started. So what would you tell your young self if you could meet yourself at 20 years old? What advice would you give yourself?
Well, I think at 20 or even as young as in my teens, I would probably say, don't worry if your life doesn't seem to be working out just right at this moment. It's not what you want, it's not where you want to be, because in the end, it'll all work out. And I would probably direct them to, when the time comes, to listen to Garth Brooks and to kind of take a very close listen to his song, Sometimes I Thank God for Unanswered Prayer, because that is such a beautiful concept for people to think about.
Absolutely. So you've been a sponsor of CIBN for a few years now. And by the way, thank you for that.
Oh,
It's
you're
great.
welcome.
Our sponsors, who still love us and still come back, that's great news. For those of you who are considering to sponsor CIBN Connect, you can see they come back. So it must be okay.
Oh, it's awesome. I love being a sponsor for CIBN Connect.
That's wonderful. But you have been around the network. You've been around networking for quite a long time. So why do you believe in networking? Like, why do you think that every entrepreneur should be involved in networking?
Well, I think the importance of networking, and maybe we can get a little philosophical about this, but if you keep your treasures, and I believe that everyone in this world has unique gifts and treasures that they have to share with other people. And if you keep that under lock and key, no one will ever be able to benefit from that, including yourself. So networking is a great way to share your treasures, your uniqueness, so that everyone can enjoy them.
That's fabulous. That is a very unique answer. No one's said that before. That's lovely. Um, okay, best networking tip ever. I know you've done a lot of networking. What's the best tip that you have for everyone?
I think the best thing that you can do, there's a couple of things. One is what you can do, and one is mindset. So, what you can do is be friendly, approachable, and caring. Be a good listener. Networking is about relationship building. So, use your relationship building skills. The thing that you can do too in mindset is to remember that networking is about starting conversations. You're not there to sell. Selling comes later. So, go in with the mindset of making a few new friends, finding a new few people that you can count as colleagues.
Absolutely. It's a great thing to be thinking about. Everybody should be doing it a little bit because you're going to be getting so many more connections and move yourself so much further ahead. You've heard it said, it's not what you know, it's who you know. Well, you get to know a lot of who you know is when you've been out networking.
Exactly. Exactly. Yes.
So, um, as you are been out networking and doing that, you've also been part of the business world for quite a long time now. So, tell us if you had three business tips, three things that a business owner should be doing to help them get more business or get further ahead faster. What business tips would you offer to the business community?
A lot of my customers and colleagues tell me that I would love to build this business so big and so wide, but I have no one to talk to. So I think the tips that I would give would kind of answer that. So talk to anybody that's willing to listen. If you're new in business and you're still a little bit nervous about talking, talk to yourself. Start with yourself. Get your 1 minute talk, your elevator speech. Get in front of you Zoom with your camera recording on, or get in front of your bathroom mirror and start telling yourself what you do and how you do it, and what benefits and values that you provide. Another thing that you can do is always give more than you take. People like to deal with people that they know, like, and trust. Well, the best way I know of to know, like, and trust is to always give more than you take. Do what you said that you would do when you said you would do it. Be dependable, be reliable, and be consistent.
That is fabulous. You know what? You're going to be here at the summit with us as well. And we're going to have some awesome times together at the summit. This Global Evolution of Business Summit is really bringing together all of these business owners from all around the world. We have 7 networking organizations that are all joining in. The Women's Entrepreneur Network is one of them, which we are going live in that Facebook group right now, as well as CIBN Connect and several others. We also have several A-list speakers that are going to be talking. We've got Tom Matson, Stu McLaren. We've got David T. Fagan, David Ricklin. I mean, it's just the list just goes on and on. It's actually really, really phenomenal.
Such an exciting lineup.
It is such an exciting lineup. It's going to be amazing. So, Eveline, you're going to be one of the speakers there. Tell us, what are you going to be talking about at this free summit, the Global Evolution of Business Summit?
Well, I'm going to try. What I did was I kind of filtered through my questions that I get from my clients. So most of them are when they come to me, they're looking for a way to grow their business, or they're looking for a way to become known as an expert in their field. So what I'm going to do in my talk is I'm going to introduce the audience to a method that generates sales appointments for their business and enables them to create sales opportunities and revenues. So I'm going to show them a method they can use to kind of work already with what they have, to find new leads, re-engage clients, not yet ready clients, or even clients that have been dormant for a couple of years. We're coming back out of the COVID now. You might want to just reboot yourself and get yourself out there. And I'm going to do that so that they don't have to rely exclusively on referrals. Referrals are great, but you don't want to rely too heavily on your friends, family, and colleagues to send people to you. And so what we're going to do is, using platforms and tools they already have, we're going to re-engage. We're going to reboot.
That's awesome. You know, the world has changed a lot actually in the last couple of years. And are you seeing that with your clients that there's been a lot of changes in the world and there's new things that people
Absolutely.
can do?
Do you remember pre-COVID when people would say, "Oh, it's got to be face to face. If you can't get face to face, you can't do anything." Right? Do you remember all that angst and that morning when we woke up on March 13th? That was our time in Calgary, anyways, and that was a Friday the 13th too, and people were, I don't understand how to engage with my clients if I can't go to places and be with them personally and physically. And I think we've learned a lot. We've grown a lot since then. And for a lot of people, that's no longer an issue or a stumbling block.
Yeah, you know, I know in my talk, I'm going to be talking about the history of networking and how it has evolved over the last 2000 years. And what happened here in the last 2 years has been really amazing. I was actually had talking to one of the other networking organizers that runs an organization yesterday, and he made the comment that networking the old way is dead. And he's like, we've buried it, it's over.
Well, I
I was
mean,
I was like, man, that's like a stark, reality. That's a harsh statement, but I think he's right. I think he's
I
right.
do.
I think that the world has shifted, things have changed, and you know what? That's what the whole summit is about. It's about the businesses have been evolving, the way we do business is evolving, the way we network is evolving, and we got some of the best speakers for these subjects coming together. In fact, I don't know what you're doing from April 19th to the 22nd, but I would recommend that you cancel that and come to this because it's going to blow your mind. It's going to be revolutionary. And I was at an event just a few weeks ago, and I was there for one day, and I booked 28 appointments, I think, that day. And I did 6 sales over the next 2 days just because I had booked those appointments. Imagine how many you can book with multiple networking things happening over 4 days.
Oh,
Wow,
absolutely. Absolutely. It's
game changer.
it's a game changer. And I know going back to the networking the way it was is dead. I find that even when I'm making appointments, with prospect sales calls, um, people in my coaching programs, they're no longer willing to spend 3 hours to get to a place and find parking and find you and then backwards and reverse to get themselves home. They're happy just to kind of log on, to something like a Zoom, and away we go. We're here. We're
It's so
ready.
much more productive. It is like, I
Mhm.
seriously, when it comes to networking, it's a quarter of the cost, a quarter of the time, and 3 times the profit. So I don't know why
Exactly.
anybody would want to do any differently.
Exactly.
It's
Yes.
amazing.
Yes.
So
So
yeah,
if you haven't jumped into the virtual world yet, make the Global Evolution of Business Summit your first jump. You won't be
absolutely.
sorry.
Absolutely. So, Evelyn, I know that it's a free summit. Anyone can come. You just go to the cibn.com/events to jump into the summit. We will post a link underneath the videos here so that you can go to it from the link. And Evelyn has her link. If you're watching this because you're part of Evelyn's tribe, please use her link to sign up for the summit. But there is a VIP upgrade, and that's if you can't make it all the sessions and you want the recordings, you can take the $97 upgrade. You will also get the transcripts and the chats. I hope you're paying
Such
attention to what I
value
just
in
said.
that. That's $97 well spent.
Oh my God. You're going to get the chats. And at CIBN events, we encourage everybody to put their contact information into the chats. So you're going to get all those contacts. And that is before we start talking about what the VIP upgrade value gifts are coming from every speaker and every event partner. There are gifts. There's actually, I think, over $10,000 worth of gifts. I was doing some totaling there last night going, it's the number's just been going up and up and up. I mean, CIBN has offered a couple of things that are $900 and $2,000, and Tom Matson threw in something for $2,000, and somebody else had 1,400. And then there's several that are from the 100 up. So like they just all add up. It's just amazing how much value that there is there. It's so cool. So
Uh,
what are you bringing for the VIP upgrade? What's your in your goodie bag for everybody?
well, my talk is let's start some conversations. So I felt that what I'm putting into the VIP offering, is to kind of take you the next step. So you're going to attend my talk, you're going to hear my ideas, and then you're going to come back, and my free gift is going to be a done with you creation of a drip campaign. You can use that on any platform that you use, and also a 90-day social media content calendar. So you'll be set for the next 90 days with what you're going to post, where you're going to post it, and what you're going to do with it.
Wow. Do you help them create the content as well?
That could be. I'm going to give them the drip campaign. That's part of what they're getting, and then there'll be a possibility if they want to have some more content, we can talk. Yeah.
That's awesome. There's some other gifts in there too that they could double up on that. It would be real super goodie bag.
Yes. It'll be like going to the Oscars, right? With your gift bag. Yes.
Oh my gosh, it's going to be amazing. Can't wait. So yeah, how you join us is go to the CIBN.com/events, sign up for the Global Evolution of Business Summit. If you can't take it all in, get the upgrade, or if you just want all the transcripts and all of the chats and everything, get the upgrade so that you can get all of that as well as all the goodies from everybody that's bringing stuff. It's going to be amazing. This is going to change the trajectory of your business actually over the next few months. You're going to see some awesome things come out of this. Do you have anything you want to share with us as we close up, Eveline?
No, just you know what? Do it now before you forget. Use the link, get yourself registered, buy that VIP package. It's $97. Kerry, what's the value of the gifts that they're going to get out of that? Just the gifts.
It's like 10 grand. It's 10 grand.
And that's not including anything that you're going to learn while you're attending the different talks.
Yeah, you know, most of those gifts too, most of them don't have deadlines on them. There's only a couple of them that have a deadline that you need to do this in 30 days or something. The rest of them are actually sitting there waiting for you to use as you're ready for them. So, I mean, it's brilliant.
Absolutely wonderful.
Yeah. All right. Well, have a great and glorious day and happy capitalism to everybody that's watching us. Remember, you can find us at CIBN TV on YouTube. And of course, go to our website, thecibn.com, and check out this awesome event that's coming up on the event page, the Global Evolution of Business Summit. See you there. See you at the top of the summit. It's going to be fun.